Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden and welcome back to the secret garden. You all are probably very familiar with this garden now. Last week, Jason and I did a total makeover on the secret garden and we are just loving it so much. The girls are loving it. We are completely enjoying it. We got everything done except for planting up these window boxes that we installed. I tried transplanting some existing annuals into there and they really didn't take. The cyclamen. The cyclamen did take some of it. One over there isn't looking very good. So I ended up leaving those guys in, but I decided that I wanted to replant these window boxes with new plants. So I went to the garden center and I looked around trying to find something. And I have to be honest, I was trying to wait and not film this video right now because I didn't want to bore you guys with another secret garden video. But I am so excited about this combination for these window boxes. I couldn't help myself. I had to film this video today and I had to get them planted up today. So let me show you what I got. So here's my cart full of goodies. And I think the first thing you all will probably notice is there's no color. And that is so not like me. You guys know I love color. I love planting all the colors in my garden, but I thought if there was any spot that I was going to do just really calm, really peaceful, lots of greens, some whites, this was the area. So I was at the garden center and there wasn't a huge selection, especially because this is full shade. So I had to find full shade plants and there's not a ton of stuff in the fall, but I'm very, very happy with what I got. So first of all, this is a sword fern, a western sword fern, and I am so happy to see these guys again. These guys, I planted them at my last garden and they are foolproof. They are, I guess they're technically a fern, but they can handle our heat and they can handle our dryness. And honestly, they grow and they spread so much. So my plan is to have these in the boxes for now, and then eventually I'll be dividing off of them and keep spreading them all around my garden. So, this is kind of like Helen von Stein lamb's ear. You can start with one plant and you can eventually completely fill up your garden. So I was really happy to find these at the garden center. So I'm going to plant these. This is going to be my thriller in the middle. Then I got this lamium here, which is absolutely beautiful, and it does come back. Actually, it's so funny. Everything here comes back. Everything here is a perennial for me. So I thought that this silvery green color of the lamium would be really pretty. This does have blooms on it, pink blooms, but they're so nondescript. At least when I plant this in the shade, you barely ever see blooms. So I'm still considering this a foliage plant, and it's going to trail a little bit, and I think it's going to be really pretty with the window boxes, with the color of the silver foliage off the black. Oh my gosh, I just think that that's going to be so pretty. Then I got more cyclamen, and this was literally the only 4 cyclamen they had at the garden center. So I'm tempted. I don't know if my Costco usually I get my cyclamen at Costco, but I don't know if they have it yet. It might be a little too early. So I might have a couple open spots that need more cyclamen, but for now, this is what I got. And then finally, look at this guy. Oh, I just love it. So this is called Patriot Hosta. I just am obsessed. I just think it's so pretty. I think it's going to be such a pop of green and white. I mean, look at how good that is. Oh my goodness. Now, once we hit our first frost, that is going to die back. Of course, hostas are herbaceous, but I just think it's so gorgeous. And this is another one that I can divide, and I can, keep adding more and more as I divide them. Oh my goodness. I just think it's so pretty. So it's a very, very simple combination. It's nothing really I don't know. It's just so simple, but I just love it. I am so obsessed with it. Now for the stats, these window boxes are 72 inches in length. These are from the company Maine, M-A-Y-N-E, and I ended up just getting them from Home Depot. And I actually got window boxes from the same company, different style, from my last house, and I really, really enjoyed them. They're PVC, so they're plastic, but I just think that they work really well. I'm really happy with them, and I love how they look. So 72 inches long, that is a long window box, and so hopefully I got enough plants. I'm kind of thinking I didn't get enough plants again. Here's the cyclamen that didn't take the transplant well, but I'm gonna leave it in here because you can see I still have good good leaves, so it might be doing okay, possibly getting too much water. I'm not totally sure, but this one looks really good. These guys were in the ground over there, and so I think they might be in just a little bit of shock. So I do have some starter fertilizer that I'm going to throw into these flower boxes. This is fresh soil. I just put this in last week, so it doesn't technically need starter fertilizer, but since these guys are going to be perennials and I want them to root in every nook and cranny they have available to them, I think starter fertilizer is probably a good idea with all of these plants. I have to tell you guys, it's supposed to rain later today. This is supposed to be our first rain of the season. I don't know if you can see, but there's a bunch of clouds coming over the horizon over there, and it's kind of windy. So if the wind is too much, I'm really sorry, but I don't know. They say it's gonna rain, but it's blue. It's blue sky. This is California rain, right? We get like a 10% chance of rain, and we're like wearing umbrellas and canceling all our plans. I can say that because I'm a California native, and that's how I act when we get rain in the forecast. So Monty and I will be watching these clouds coming, and let's get started planting up these window boxes. All right, all planted up. Oh my gosh, can you guys see what I'm talking about? I love this combination. I love it. I am going to paint this white. That is on my list of things to do. The little tube right there. Look at how pretty this looks. Oh, I am absolutely in love with it. Now, I do think I could do with a couple more cyclamen. The old cyclamen are really looking old, especially compared to the new cyclamen. Honestly, they might be a different variety, but I really like this variety. It's like I'm kind of torn because it's like I should just be patient and let this guy grow in. This is going to get huge. This is going to get pretty big, but not till next year. These are going to get absolutely huge. Here, let me give you the stats. Okay, so the Western Sword Fern will get up to 3 by 3. That guy right there. But I'm never going to let it get up to 3 by 3 because I'm going to be constantly dividing and taking off of it. So it'll probably always be a little bit small, but it's definitely one that I need to watch. The Patriot Hosta is 18 by 30. But again, that's another one that I'm going to be dividing, and hostas never get as big as they say they do here where I live. And then finally, we have the lamium, and the lamium says it gets 48 inches tall and 12 inches wide. Right there. And so that one's going to be really pretty right there. The cyclamen pretty much stay that same size. So I think, I mean, everything's definitely going to fill in, right? Everything, like it's going to be a beautiful window box probably next year. But what I think I'm going to do, at least for the winter, fall and winter, is I think I am going to add a couple more cyclamen, replace the old cyclamen, because these guys are starting to look long in the tooth, especially compared to the new ones. Replace the old cyclamen, and I'm tempted to head to Costco right now. So Costco has the best deal on cyclamen. Cyclamen are not cheap plants, at least here. I don't know if they're cheaper in other places in the country, but here in California, they are definitely not cheap. So I like buying them at Costco because you can get a really, really good deal. And then the other thing is, if they don't have the cyclamen already at Costco, it won't be a wasted trip, because I have been meaning to go to Costco to get my bulbs, my fall planted spring blooming bulbs. I also love getting bulbs at Costco because they're so cheap. They're usually really good quality, you know, for the price, and for bulbs, you get what you pay for. Now, I'm a little bit late for getting my bulbs, so it's probably a little picked over, but I have been known to lay on the floor and crawl into the back to try and get the varieties that are way in the back that nobody else can reach. So might as well take a little trip to Costco and see if I can find some cyclamen and some bulbs. Before we go, one last look. I mean, it looks really good. Even right now, it looks really, really good. I love it. Jason got the car detailed and it looks so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, the clouds are coming in more. It might actually rain. All right, I'm crossing my fingers that they've got some good stuff here. Okay, I see the mums. That's a good sign. Oh my goodness, I think I waited way too late this year. Oh, these are pretty though. Oh no, I waited way too late. All right, well, I kind of blew it this year, but that's okay because I ended up finding a lot of these red ones, which I thought would be really fun to try red tulips this year. So there's 50 in a pack for $16. So that's 50, 100, 200, 300. So I got 400 red tulips. I think that should be a really pretty show. And then I ended up getting these alliums right here. I thought that would be fun. 20 in each pack. I got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 alliums. And then these, so that I could force these inside, 20 hyacinths for $16. And then finally, I found one pack of these that I know is a really pretty color. And I'll probably put these in pots and put them, I don't know, somewhere separate. But I think this will be really fun to try red this year. Yeah, my fault. Totally my fault for being so late. So they have a lot of fruit trees over here for a pretty good price, 40 bucks. They don't have any lime though. I was looking to see if they had any lime. They do have amaryllis bulbs. They have these very sad looking braided rosemary. These are on their way out. They are dying. And then this is new this year. They have grasses. I've never seen that before. And you get 2 for 14 bucks, which is a pretty good deal, I would say. And then of course the mums that are absolutely beautiful. And then they've got marigolds. I thought these were the mums, but they're actually marigolds. So they have a pretty good selection. Oh, and then these fall containers. Some are pretty, some are looking a little rough. This is definitely picked over. And no cyclamen. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you today?
Good.
Find everything you needed today?
I did, thank you.
Have a great day, Miss. Thank you. You too. Good news.
All right, so did I strike out at Costco? I was gonna say I struck out, but not really. I think I actually kind of got lucky. For one thing, they did not have any cyclamen, which I'm not too surprised. I'll just keep an eye out and keep looking for cyclamen. And as soon as they have it, I'll grab it and I'll throw it in those beautiful window boxes. And that should fill those up. I think when we go to the pumpkin patch, I'll buy some white pumpkins to throw in there as well, at least for fall. So that's all right. As for the bulbs, I should have came a month ago, honestly. I mean, in past years, I've been here the day that the bulbs were delivered. And the employees even said to me, oh, you get first look, they just got delivered. So like, I know you have to be here early. I just have been pushing it off. I'm trying not to rush into the next season. You know what I mean? Like there's already Christmas stuff in Costco right now. There's already Christmas stuff. I cannot believe it. And so I'm trying not to rush and I'm trying to enjoy the season that I'm in. And that's definitely a hard thing, especially for content creation, because I feel like there's a lot of pressure to kind of do the next season, like, you know, do fall in summer and do winter and holidays in fall. And I just don't like doing that. I don't enjoy doing that. I want to, especially because I have kids, I want to really enjoy the season that I'm in. So I kind of pushed back on getting my bulbs this year, and now I'm kicking myself for it. But luckily, even with that limited selection, I was able to find 400 red tulip bulbs, which I think is a blessing, because I don't think I would ever have chosen red tulips like that. But now that I have them, I think it's gonna be stunning. I think it's gonna be really beautiful having that many red tulips, and the red is just gonna be absolutely beautiful. So I don't know where I'm gonna put them, whether in the zigzag planter or I'll go get daffodils. I'm thinking zigzag planter though. Wouldn't that be so pretty? I don't know. I have to think about it. But I'm going to go home and I'm going to throw all those tulips in my bulb fridge that I have in the garage, because here in zone 9, we need to pre-chill tulips. We also need to pre-chill hyacinths, crocus. We don't need to pre-chill daffodils. I'll put on the screen the ones that we do need to pre-chill. If you live in zone 10, you do need to pre-chill daffodils. If you live in zone 8, it's kind of borderline. So I've done a lot of videos. I'll link them in the description down below. But anyway, kind of a strikeout with the cyclamen, but then also got really lucky with all the red tulip bulbs, and I'm happy that I found those. So I'm glad I came, and I'm glad that I planted up those beautiful flower boxes. I think that they are so gorgeous. I'm so happy with them, and as soon as I find cyclamen, I'll throw them in. And maybe when we go to the pumpkin patch, I'll grab some white pumpkins, white and green pumpkins, and throw them in as well. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.